EziTorque is out of lockdown and ready to hit the road with some more news and reviews for you all. One of the first things that we would have done with our newfound freedoms is try to get out there beyond 25 kilometres. I myself went for a haircut. Looks like you got a bit of a trim there too, James, looking sharp.
This was a backyard job. This one, so I'm glad it's not too good a quality because you'd see how hacked it is. But yeah, no, it's definitely the place I'll be going to soon.
Yeah, Curtis has got the locks looking good as well.
That's right, mate. It was long overdue, but it's good to have you back here.
No, it's great to be back. I'm in the studio recording from here, and I really miss having my counterparts sitting next to me, but we'll be back together soon. Now, we want to get behind the wheel of a few cars in the next few weeks. And Kurt, you put together a great review of one of my favourite little pocket rockets, the Mercedes A35, the AMG. These things, they look good, they sound good, and they're pretty affordable. The question is, what did you think of it? How did it go?
Look, I mean, it goes pretty well. It's interesting you say, affordable. I think when I was looking at it, I guess you would say it's the affordable European hot hatch. I mean, outside of the Golfs, obviously, because they're a little bit lower. But for about, I think they're about around 70,000, 80,000, depending on the options you put on it. So you would say that they are the more affordable European hot hatch, and a very impressive car.
Well, you don't get into too many European branded cars with that sort of a performance for that sort of money. So your little review there highlighted some of the really good features that you get in a car like that.
Yeah, with performance is exactly one of the things that people are interested in with cars like this, like you said. And not to rattle off the brochure too much, but with a 4-cylinder 2-litre turbo, they're definitely quick. Not excessively quick. I think the brochure has them doing 0 to 100 in, I think it's 4.8.
But I guess that's not really Mercedes. That car isn't their flagship race car, so to have it relatively zippy in just a hatch, like it's pretty.
That's right. It's not like they've kind of got bigger fish to fry. They got the C63s and the E63s. I mean, if you want a small hatchback that goes off its nut, then you'd go up to the A45. I think they're the same engine. But those things are tuned. Yeah, 4-cylinder 2-litre, but those things are tuned out of their mind. And I think the brochure says they do 3.9 0 to 100.
1 second makes a big difference in performance.
Oh look, yeah, it's a fair difference, but it's also 25,000, almost $30,000 extra. So
you're really paying for it. You're paying for a second and a bit.
Yeah. But look, the A35, I'm really impressed. Performance is good, no doubt. But one of my first experiences in a Mercedes, and the tech is blew my mind.
I was just about to bring that up because I'm on the car leasing website with the car calculator, and it's up, and the interior photo, it looks like the cockpit of a spaceship, like they've gone to town. So you really see what you're actually paying for, even if you're not getting the fastest hatch. You're getting, you're not going to find you couldn't tell me that a C63 would have much different of an interior to something like that.
No, and they actually don't. Funnily enough, the C63 is going to be one of the cars we hopefully review next. And you'll see that inside, it's a very similar dash. The A35's got this really nice, I don't know what they're officially called, but it's kind of like a panoramic screen where you've got the driver's indicators as well as the center screen all in the one piece.
How do you feel spacious-wise? Does it feel cramped? Because I haven't been in it yet.
Look, I must admit, I didn't sit in the back, so I can't answer to that. The front though the front's great.
And look, if you're buying a hatch, like, you know, you talk about the back seats. Yeah, like, you can talk about it all you want, but how many times have you put someone in the back seat of your Focus? You know what I mean? Like, it's a little bit different with my Ute. You know, like I take my mates down to the beach or out to the bush. Like, you start thinking about it then. But like, it's a hatch, man. If you want back seats, you get a sedan. Like,
no, look, the front two seats are great. They're comfortable. They're, you know, you can adjust them up, down, back, forward, anywhere you want. And yeah, as a hatch owner and daily driver myself, you get very limited need out of the back seats anyway. So
yeah,
look, don't buy it if you've got a small family, but you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But look, very, very impressive car, and I'm looking forward to, hopefully, as I said, the next one we should be able to do is the C63. Obviously, we're making quite a large jump there, but another performance Mercedes car, and it'd be interesting to see how that one goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're trying to get our hands on a couple of different hot hatches now, because they are a popular segment in the market. So there's a chance we'll jump into a VW Golf R as well and see what we think of that one. Maybe we'll get something from Audi, and I want to throw the Renault Megane in there as well and see what our thoughts on that one are. Speaking of having a bit of fun in cars, we've enjoyed Bathurst, and I read an article telling the world that the Adelaide 500 has been postponed for next year as well. How did you feel with Bathurst being the curtain call on Holden for this year?
For me, in terms of Holden not being there next year, that kind of is a kick in the guts, because I've been to Sandown a few years, and I don't know, not seeing, like, yeah, they'll have, what are they going to have, the Chevrolet badge vehicles?
They've got one more year of the Commodore, but they're not being backed by the factory.
Yeah.
So it's literally just the chassis with the motors, with the racing teams.
Yeah.
And then 2022, then they go to Chev.
Yeah, I feel like 2022, the supercars are going to take a hit. Like, it's not. I feel like it's all, like, Holden versus Ford has been in our culture for, like, I can't even comment on it because I'm young. Like, my dad grew up watching it. I grew up watching it with my dad, and you know, it was always Holden v Ford. And then me and my cousins, I was Holden, he was Ford, and like, that rivalry stemmed years. And it sort of sucks because not even just with the supercars, even just with Holden and Ford at the moment, like, you know, there's no, I'm going to get an SV6 Commodore and my cousin's going to get an XR6, and then we're definitely not going to race them around an industrial street to figure out who was better. Like, that rivalry sort of dies.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, even I noticed one of the local dealerships in Berwick, Barry Burke, just this week, I think the Holden signage was being removed. So it is kind of, it's all coming at once. You know, the racing is finishing, the dealerships are finishing. So you know, it is the end of a fabric of Australia.
Yeah, absolutely.
I follow a couple of Holden pages on the socials, and the amount of people that have taken their 80s and 90s model Commodores and taken photos of them in front of Holden dealerships with all the old signage. It's actually quite a good tribute, I thought. And going back to Bathurst, it was nice to see Holden win the race. We obviously know that Ford won the championship this year, but I was a bit disappointed that our friend SVG didn't bake those back tyres. McLaughlin did a much better job in the Mustang.
McLaughlin nearly torched his whole car. Did you see the photo of it? Like, his rear fender was trashed. Like, it was just buckled. That was nuts.
Yeah, and I said to everyone once the race finished, this will be one of the best shows that SVG puts on around Bathurst, being a drift driver. And instead, I think the tribute that he paid to Holden when he had the flag flying out the side of the car was a good one. So, it was very, very well done. But before we wrap up today, I think we want to I felt it was a bit appropriate, and I'm sure the boys will agree with me. We want to thank everyone for their support, and I've got a few little fans that I want to give a little shout out to. There's an Andrew and an Alexa, and a Paul and a Leah that need a special mention. So yeah, keep watching, guys, and keep supporting.
You can't count Alexa, the thing you talk to in your house, as a fan.
Oh well, you know.
Well, yeah. Just talking about the support, you know, obviously we've really enjoyed starting, you know, the car club, and we just recently hit our first 100 followers on Instagram. So to celebrate that next week, well, when this video goes out, I think it'll be this week actually. Yeah. We're going to do a little competition, a little giveaway to celebrate our first 100. So look out for that on our Instagram page, and hopefully you can get in with a chance to win a little prize pack.
Absolutely.
Well, we might just wrap it up there. Thank you for watching, everybody. EziTorque is saying goodbye for this week. Still coming to you live from the studio here and wherever the boys happen to park themselves, and proudly supported by the Easy Way Car Club and Easy Way.
Beautiful. Hopefully next episode we'll all be in the studio again.
Yeah, look forward to it.
Awesome. All right. Catch you later, guys.
Catch you
later.